Hey friends, let's talk about 3 accessible beauty tools that are currently on my wish list. And if you're new here, my name is Kaza Marie. I became disabled after being struck by a car traveling 48 miles per hour while crossing the street, and now I am a speaker, disability advocate, and content creator. Makeup is an excellent form of self-expression and exploring your identity, and I find that especially as a disabled person, I'm continually exploring my identity, what it looks like to be a disabled person, how I am expressed in the world at large, and so makeup is a really great way of exploring your identity and how you choose to present yourself to the world. And I think that it also, as a disabled person, can give you a little bit more control in a sense of how you choose to portray yourself, because as a disabled person, there's so much that is outside of your control in terms of what's happening to you, in terms of how others perceive you. So exploring your identity through makeup and how you present that way, you have a way of kind of controlling that narrative and finding creative ways to express yourself. Now, this first one has been on my wish list for a while, and it is the Guide Beauty eyeliner tool. It comes as a duo, or you can get the eyeliner tool by itself. You can see it has this kind of ergonomic design where it has a wider handle. If you have shaky hands, or like for myself, I have a traumatic brain injury, I have problems with my vestibular system, getting my eyes and my hands to work together. Gripping skinny eyeliner brushes or pencils can be really difficult. And looking specifically at the applicator tip, number one, it's flexible, so it really just kind of flexes with your eye as you're moving. You can see that the tip there is done in like a U shape that has a little bit of a bend at the end. That little window in there allows you to actually see what you're doing. And it also has this flat part against that bottom part that connects to the actual tip of the eyeliner that rests on your cheek, so you can have a more steady hand. And the next one on my list is the Revlon Comfort and Control Lash Curler. So you can see the handle there. Not only is it more ergonomically designed, but it doesn't have those tiny little loops at the bottom that you have to try and fit your fingers into, which again, if you have a disability, may not be so easy for you to do. So looking at the top of the eyelash curler, there you can see kind of the same deal as with trying to stick your fingers into the little holes that are at the bottom of the handle of the eyelash curler, traditional eyelash curlers. You also have to try to fit your lashes into that little enclosed space on traditional eyelash curlers. But here in this design, you can see that it's actually totally open. So you have that freedom of control to be able to move it around to get your lashes curled in whatever way works. And then last but not least, this is the Flex collection of brushes from Cole Creatives, which is a UK brand. You can see specifically with the handles, they are wider and so they are easier to grip. And you can also see here that they are able to stand on their own. So as you're using them, you can just easily set them down on the counter. You don't have to worry about them rolling away, trying to just keep something in your hand and not rolling off onto the floor, onto the counter, other spaces in the counter. All of these things are considerations that go into trying to do your makeup when you have disabilities. And the other thing that you'll notice about the design is the direction that the actual application portion of the tools are at, as opposed to being at the end of the tool. They're on the side so that you can use it in sort of like this kind of a motion, as opposed to like kind of trying to do that. To be honest, I don't wear makeup every day. I don't wear it often, in fact, at all. But perhaps I would wear it more often if I knew that there were more tools and beauty products that were out there that were going to be more accessible for me to be able to use, because that is a hindrance for me in being able to wear makeup. So I would love to know, have you heard of these products? And I think, again, a lot of these would be great for people who even aren't disabled to try, because they just seem in general easier to use. But I would love to know if you would want to try them, and also if there are any products that I didn't cover that I should check out. So feel free to leave a comment and let me know, and follow along for more great edutainment disability content.